Now we are going to learn about agriculture. Do you know what is agriculture? It is the practice of growing crops on a large scale for food or another purpose. That is known as agriculture. Then what is crops? Same kind of plants when grown at a particular region at a particular time are known as crops. Crops can be vegetables, cereals, pulses, etc. When we are growing the crops, we have to depend on several conditions because mostly farmers are growing different crops. So they know that which crops when they have to grow, which months, which type of crops. So now let us see about the crops. Vegetables grow best in the soil containing enough minerals. Vegetables like cabbage, peas, cauliflower, carrot, and radish, etc., grow in cool climate. Another vegetables like brinjal, pumpkin, they grow in warm climate. The melons, potatoes, etc., grow in sandy soil. Then paddy grows in wet and clayey soil. Paddy means rice. They need more water. Wheat grows best in well-drained soil in the temperate regions. Cotton grows best in black lava soil and jute grows in light alluvial soil in hot and wet climate. In the same time, the tea and coffee plants grow well on the hill slopes because they need plenty of heat and water. That does not remain standing for long time near the roots. That's why we are using hill areas or slopes. Water will drain out. Not only this, for getting high yield of crops, we have to follow certain steps. First, we have to prepare the soil properly. That means plow the soil very well. Then remove the unwanted particles from the soil, make the soil level, etc. Then use healthy and ripe seeds for sowing. After sowing, we have to add manure or fertilizer to the soil. Then irrigate the soil well. Then only our seed will germinate and produce new plants. We learned that how to grow crops. Now next we are going to learn how the crops are protected. Crops get damaged if we are not taking proper care. So we need to protect our crops from insects, diseases, animals, birds, etc. So what all measures we have to take place to protect our crops from all these facts? First, insecticides and pesticides. They are sprayed on crops as they protect them from being destroyed by pests and insects. Different insecticides and pesticides are available in the market and the farmers are spraying that. But nowadays these are very harmful. We have to follow natural methods. Second one is fungicides. It can be used to kill the microbes which are responsible for disease in plants. These microbes, they will attack our crops and damage full. So to avoid that, we have to spray fungicides. Animals, they can be kept away by proper fencing and birds by using scarecrow. You have seen that in the field. Their scarecrows are made by the farmers. These all are for protecting the crops. And they are making fencing also. Then the animals will not enter inside the field. The best way of protecting the grains is to store them in waterproof, insect-proof, airtight and sealed containers. Growing crops, that is not enough. We have to protect them and we have to store them safely. Then only we can use it whenever we need it. So in that way, this lesson is completed.
So now let's learn about crops. What are crops? When we grow same type of plants in a particular area during a particular time, which gives us food and other useful things, they are called as crops. So we can divide crops into three groups based on the usage. Food crops like wheat, fiber crops like cotton, oil-producing crops like sunflower. We also have another way of classifying crops, which we saw earlier. Do you remember? Yes, we can classify crops according to season in which they are grown, like summer crops. These are also called as kharif crops like rice, bajra, jawar, and maize. Winter crops. These are also called as rabi crops like wheat, gram, mustard, barley. Tea and coffee grow only on hilly areas where water is not collected due to slopes, such as in Assam and the Nilgiris. And you know the fields are in form of stairs. Why? For climbing on them? No, just because soil does not get washed away with water. But do you think the crops are easy to grow? No. A lot of effort by our farmers and a lot of resources are required to grow a good crop. Firstly, we need to prepare a good soil. This is done by adding fertilizer, organic matter or manure into the soil. Fertilizers are of two types. Organic, obtained from cow dung or dead organisms. Chemical, made in factories like urea, nitrates, phosphates, etc. Then we need to sow very good quality seed if we want good quality crop. As you have heard, what you sow, so shall you reap. We need to water the field at right time and in right amount for the plants to grow properly. This is called as irrigation. And to protect the crop from insects and pests after it is ready, insecticides are often sprayed. They should be used only if necessary, as they are harmful. So you must have seen how much is to be done for getting a good crop. Preparing good soil, sowing good seed, adding right amount of water, and spraying insecticides. Also, different plants need different types of soil. One should know what to grow at what time and also the right technique. I will tell you a very funny instance on the technique. After hearing a lot about chicken farms, Chatur decides to grow chicken, so he brought 100 chicken to begin with. A month later, he returned to the dealer for another 100 chickens because all of the first lot had died. A month later, he was back with the same dealer for 100 more chickens because second lot had also died. Dealer asked Chatur, "Is there something wrong?" Chatur says, "Now I think I know where I'm wrong. I think I'm planting them too deep." So, right technique is needed for farming, to grow any plant and even for chicken farming, or else you won't get the desired result like in the case of Chatur. To protect our vegetable crops, the farmers follow many steps. They put scarecrow to drive away birds. They put fence to keep away cows, goats, and other grazing animals. And if required, spray pesticides to kill insects. That's a lot of work. By now, you must have understood why your parents, teachers, and other adults always ask you not to waste food. So much of time and combined effort of so many people, including the nature, is required in growing the plants before the food is served in your plate. Even a single grain of rice requires many months to grow. So we should not waste our food in any manner. Love food and hate waste.